Lesson number 39 is all about equivalent equations. And we've seen a problem like we have here before, where we need to solve n plus 3 equals 7. This problem means solve for the value of n that makes it true. Now we know that 4 plus 3 is equal to 7, so n must be equal to 4 as our final answer. Now the alternative way we could do this problem would be to say the opposite of addition is subtraction, so I'm going to have to subtract 3 from 7 to find the answer. And 7 minus 3 is 4. So we could get the same answer like that. For this problem, pick the method that you like better to report your answer. Let's look at another one. Here we have to solve. X minus 3 is equal to 7. What number minus 3 gives us 7? Well, that must be 10. 10 minus 3 equals 7. So x must be equal to 10. Now again, the alternative method to solve that, the opposite or inverse of subtraction, is addition. So we could have said 7 plus 3, and that's 10, and that gives us the same answer as well. Again, pick the method you like better. Both times we get the correct answer. Let's look at our next problem. Now this one looks a little bit more difficult with fractions. We have y plus 3/4 is equal to 9/11. Well, do you know what number plus 3/4 is equal to 9/11? It's a hard one. And the way we can figure this out is with that alternative method. The opposite of addition or inverse of addition is subtraction. So we're going to subtract 3/4 from 9/11. So we'll rewrite 9/11 minus 3/4 is going to be equal to our y value. Now we can find our least common denominator. That's the least common multiple of 11 and 4. That must be 44, because if we skip counted by 11s and we skip counted by 4s, the first number we would get to for both of them is 44. So we're going to have something over 44 minus something over 44 is going to tell us what our answer y is. So we've multiplied 11 times 4 to get to 44. So 9 times 4 is going to give us 36. 4 times 11 is 44, so 3 times 11 must be 33. Now we can figure out our answer. 36 minus 33, that's 3. 44 minus 44, oh, remember it's subtraction of fractions, so the denominator stays the same. We get an answer of 3/44, and we're all done. Now, we should write 3/44 is equal to y. Or we could write y is equal to 3/44. We've got our final answer. We can move on to the next problem. This problem is an example of why it's key to understand that we need to subtract 3/4 from 9/11 to find our answer, because it's a hard one to do with mental math. We've got one more problem. Z minus 3/5 is equal to 2/10. Again, this is a hard problem because we have fractions, we have different denominators. So one way to solve will be to say, well, the opposite or inverse of subtraction is addition. So I'm going to have to add 3/5 to 2/10. 2/10 plus 3/5 will give us our answer. Well, the least common multiple of 10 and 5 is 10. So we're going to rewriting it 2/10 plus something out of 10. We double 5 to get to 10. So double 3 to get to 6. So 2/10 plus 6/10, that must be 8/10. Both of those are even, so we need to reduce. We're going to cut them in half to get 4/5, because 4 is half of 8 and 5 is half of 10. So we've got our answer. In this problem, z must be equal to 4/5. We've got our final answer, and we found it by adding 3/5 to 2/10, because this problem was hard to look at and use mental math to solve. Lesson practice will be on page 129. Make sure you've got your notes complete, and I'll see you during our next class.